Hey Virgo, your May tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor. Welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. Your main theme for May is plants, growth, and your happiness affirmation that goes with it. It says, enjoy a cuteness overload. Go ahead, scroll through the doggy photos. I love those two together because what it means for May is that this month is all about what you're consuming, particularly when it comes to the media and what you're feeding your mind and your soul. I don't know why puppy videos got such a bad rap somewhere along the line. Probably because of some association with anesthetized masses or whatever. But binging toxic, fear-based, and insecurity-stirring content is no better because it can be paralyzing. It doesn't inspire action, but it induces fight or flight, and that's a state that's not conducive to growth. So anyway, I mean, it doesn't have to be cute animal videos, but like just something lighter that feels emotionally nourishing would do your mental health some good, so they say. And it would foster growth or fresh starts. So for what's something that could be growing in your life in May, you have the Eight of Blades, the Eight of Swords. That's kind of interesting. It's referring to an awareness of how much power your thoughts they have to help or hinder you. So I'm seeing an expansion of awareness, or recognition of not all, but some of the challenges and obstacles you could be facing right now could be based in perception or attitude or beliefs that you've cultivated. And while that isn't easy, that is something that you have all the power to change. Like, it's not something that someone else can do for you or you have to wait for someone else to do. So on one hand, it can be an intimidating prospect, but it's also potentially very freeing as well. So for where you will see the most change, you have the Knight of Rods. This is the Knight of Wands. So with court cards, it could either be a part of you or it could be another person. So if it is another person, it could mean someone coming into your life who's a little chaotic, but exciting, high energy, someone that's full of passion. It could be like a fling. It's someone who's going to come in and they're going to bring that change with them. It's someone that could change your life. But if it's a part of you, then it's talking about a change in your energy and focus levels. Like, you could find yourself maybe a little extra distractible or just really excited about a lot of different things. There could be a lot of things vying for your attention. So there's an element of freedom with the Knight of Wands. And so overall, it does feel positive. So for what will be your biggest obstacle, you have the Four of Rods, which is a little weird as an obstacle, but it could be disruptions and changes to the routine, even though they might be fun disruptions or distractions. Not frustrating or negative ones per se, but if you're someone who really thrives on your routine, then that could pose a challenge. It can also represent established norms, tight-knit groups of people, or just social structures that could be something you might potentially have to work around or respect that if it's in your path. Something kind of weird coming through. It is a card that represents cultural customs, but for some reason it's guiding me to that word as in like airport customs. I mean, that's probably just for one person. Mostly it would mean the observance of customs that might not be your own. So for the best thing about the month, you have the Six of Rods, the Six of Wands. I love this. So recognition for your hard work or a successful accomplishment of something, being acknowledged for something that you've achieved, being in the spotlight, an increase in popularity. All that sort of good stuff falls under this energy. Now, Gemini actually had this card in this position for April, and as a Gemini, I can tell you I was named Employee of the Quarter, and I had an excellent performance review, possibly a bonus coming. So hey, it could be something like that. It doesn't have to be work-related. It could be any sort of honor, or at the very least, it's feeling seen and appreciated or celebrating some sort of win. So for your influence and impact on others, you have the Six of Elixirs. This is the Six of Cups. You might be a blast from someone's past. You might be inspiring someone to go down memory lane with you and talking about the good old days, bringing up some sentimentality and memories. Now, for others of you, if it's not about the past, it's going to be your random acts of kindness. It's like you're demonstrating gentleness and sweetness in a world that badly needs that right now. So for what opportunities you should be looking for, you have the Four of Blades, that's the Four of Swords. Opportunities to either rest or at the very least like get some of your alone time. If you have a chance to take a nap, they're saying you might want to take it. Capitalize on that. This is a card of quiet, peaceful mind and the space necessary to allow it. So you could be presented with an option to stay home, to turn off social media. It's like, and it also doesn't necessarily talk about opportunities that are obvious. It could be something like your internet going out and seeing it as an opportunity, right? Or an opportunity to do something alone without anyone tagging along. Now that Four of Wands as an obstacle makes a little bit more sense, as there could be high social demands on your time, especially with that Six of Wands. You might be in demand, the kind where it kind of looks bad if you don't show up, you know what I mean? So this is directing your attention towards opportunities to recharge your mental energy with downtime. So for where you will find the most support, you have the Page of Elixirs. This is the Page of Cups. Once again, it's a court card, so it's a part of you or someone else. It can indicate exploring a new spiritual practice for some of you. But if they're talking about another person, it's either an actual young person, like the children or a child in your life, or someone that has that youthful energy. Much like the cute puppies prescribed in this affirmation. It can, for some of you, represent inner child work or nurturing your own sense of wonder to replenish your levels of optimism. So to find support, they're suggesting seeking out the company of the young, the youthful, or nurturing your own youthful energy so that you can support yourself better from within. Now for your self-care directive, you have the Devil. Okay. Two things here. You know what they say about all work and no play, right? Makes Jack a dull boy, isn't it? Anyway, so you might benefit from a little benign indulgence from time to time. Take a bite out of that apple, so to speak. So for some of you, I'm interpreting this as a little guilty, but ultimately harmless pleasure. Now for others of you, it could be a little heavier, so take what resonates. It can also represent unhealthy coping mechanisms and toxic attachments. And so it's posing the question to you, if you can think of anything that you feel like you need, but ultimately you would be freer if you didn't need it. Example, shopping can be a nice coping mechanism that saddles a person with debt. Alcohol can be a coping mechanism for social anxiety, and you can have a great time at a party, but it binds a person up with regrets the next day. So to recap, Devil as self-care, it is either a harmless guilty pleasure or searching for coping mechanisms that have fewer strings attached. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Much love, and I'll talk to you next month. Thank you.